What's the most heartbreaking moment you've witnessed in a hospital? I'm a security guard at Memorial Hospital, night shift. I've seen drunk drivers come in screaming, seen families get bad news at 3 a.m., seen doctors cry in stairwells when they lose someone. You get used to most of it, but last February changed me forever. It was a Tuesday night, slow for once. I was doing rounds on the cardiac floor when I heard singing, soft and shaky, coming from room 412. I stopped outside. Hospital policy says don't intrude unless there's trouble, but something made me look through the door window. An old man sat in bed holding his wife's hand. She had tubes everywhere, machines beeping, eyes closed. He was singing their wedding song from 1954. Same song he sang to her every night for 68 years. The nurses told me that later. His name was Frank. Hers was Dorothy. High school sweethearts from Detroit. He worked at the Ford factory. She taught kindergarten. They had 4 kids, 11 grandkids. Normal life, good life. 3 days earlier, Dorothy had a massive stroke, the kind you don't come back from. Doctors said she might hear him but couldn't respond. So Frank sat there every hour, every day, singing, talking, reading her the newspaper, telling her about their grandson's baseball game. I started checking on him during my rounds. Not official, just making sure he was okay. He'd fallen asleep in that chair a few times. I'd bring him coffee from the vending machine, black with 2 sugars like he liked it. One night he asked if I had someone. I told him, yeah, married 12 years. He smiled, said that was good, said love was the only thing that mattered in the end. Everything else was just noise. Thursday night, something changed. Dorothy's breathing got rough. Monitors started acting different. Frank knew. You could see it in how he held her hand tighter, how his voice got quieter when he sang. The nurse came in. Young girl, maybe 25. She checked the machines and looked at Frank. He nodded like he understood. She squeezed his shoulder and left. Frank stood up slow, kissed Dorothy's forehead, whispered something I couldn't hear. Then he did something I'll never forget. He took off his wedding ring, the one he'd worn for 68 years. Never taken it off once, he told me. Not for work, not for surgery, not for anything. He slipped it onto Dorothy's finger next to hers. So you can take both with you, he said. I'll be along soon enough. Dorothy passed 10 minutes later. Peaceful. Frank sitting right there holding her hand. I found Frank in the family lounge after, just sitting, staring at his bare finger. I sat down next to him. Didn't say anything. What do you say? After a while, he looked at me. You know what kills me? He said. We were supposed to go to Paris. Always talked about it. Never went. Too busy, too expensive, too something. He pulled out his wallet, showed me a photo. Him and Dorothy at some beach. Young, smiling. That's Ocean City, 1962. Closest we got to traveling anywhere fancy. A month later, I was grabbing lunch in the cafeteria. Saw one of the cardiac nurses. She told me Frank died, peacefully in his sleep. They found a note, said he was going to Paris with Dorothy now. Last week, I took my wife to the airport, surprised her with tickets to Paris, used our savings. She asked what got into me. I thought about Frank and Dorothy, about wedding rings and hospital beds and songs that last 68 years. I told her about room 412, about an old man who taught me something. Life isn't about the perfect time or having enough money or waiting for someday. It's about now. It's about the person next to you. It's about not letting Paris wait. We leave tomorrow. My wife keeps asking if we can afford it. We can't afford not to.